Hi boys and girls. So for this assignment, I thought you guys could do a color wheel. So this is one of two options you can do for your color wheel. This one is a magazine collage. So there's a lot of different art supplies you can use around your house, and it doesn't have to be something traditional like what we use in class. It doesn't have to be out of a Crayola box. It doesn't have to be markers or crayons or even paints. So for this project, you're going to use magazines or newspapers, anything you can tear up to include. My cat is in the middle of this and she won't go away. Anything you want to tear up to use for this project would be good. So I have a BJ's coupon catalog that I've been using to tear up. There are tons of good colors in here. So what you're going to do is you're going to make your own color wheel by tearing up the magazine pages and sorting out the colors. So I've already gone through, I've found a whole bunch of colors that I kind of already have started. So I've got some oranges and greens, got some reds, there's a little purple. I already did my purple and my blue. So I think what I might do next is go up to my red category. So I have a whole bunch of pieces of red that I've already started to tear up. And I also just found this red section of this magazine right here, so I'm going to tear that out, and I'm just going to fill in all my triangles. So I have two templates on this the Specialist Slideshow for you. This one is a simpler one. It just has our three primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, and then our three secondary colors, orange, green, and purple. If you want more of a challenge, maybe the upper grades, grades 3, 4, 5, 6, you guys could do a color wheel that includes the tertiary colors, which are those in-between colors. So in between yellow and green would be yellow-green, kind of this color. You could make a whole separate triangle for that. So on the slideshow, you can print out this template, or you can print out the harder version, which has all those tertiary colors in there too. So there are 12 sections instead of just 6. So I'm doing the simpler one, but on the slideshow there's an example of the harder one. So all you need for this is some glue and your magazine and your paper printed out. If you don't have a printer, you can take anything that's a circle and you can trace it. So like I have a candle right here. I could take this candle, trace the candle, divide it up into some sections just so I could draw like a little template for myself to have all the sections. So what you're going to do, it's easy peasy. You're just going to take all your red pieces, start to tear them up. I like to go at the point first, kind of get that little triangle part, and then the rest is a little bit easier. So I'm going to tear up some of these little red pieces. I like to tear up a whole bunch of pieces to start just to get me going here. That way I don't get my fingers all gluey and stick to the paper while I'm trying to tear it up. Okay, so there's some reds. So I'm just going to scooch those to the side, fill this in. I have the glue that is blue when you put it down first, and then it dries clear so we can see where I have my glue. So stick that down, and I'm just going to start gluing down my little pieces. Oops. Wrong side. There we go. So I'm just going to kind of slide that off to the corner just so I can kind of get my spaces. And you can see some of my colors, some of my red has some white on it. That's fine if it has other little colors showing, like you can see the purple has some green and some blue and some red. That's okay, it doesn't matter. As long as the project, when it's done, if it has the whole triangle feels like it's mostly red, or mostly purple, or mostly whatever color your triangle's going for, then you're good. So I'm going to take a few more pieces here, fill those in, and my red is done. And you can just keep going and fill in the rest of your color wheel.